think all of us have unfortunately more than likely experienced the result of the Great Resignation on our campuses. And with that substantial turn, Deanna and Kendra are smiling. They're like, yes, we know we are doing somebody else's job in addition to our own, and three others on top of those. And I think we all feel that very realistically. But I know for myself, because we had very, very substantial turnover, both in our faculty lines and our student, in our division of student life. And so really Collaboratory, as I went in to start to introduce individuals to the database, became a conversation of, you're now understanding successorship, you're understanding institutional history, you're understanding in some cases the history of your department, or, I mean, we had a Greek life transition, you are now going to be able to understand at least a piece of the experience of the organizations. And so I think that's been important too. And I found, again, individuals are referencing the system for that purpose, which is great because I want them to have that resource. And it also makes it really easy for them to also encourage buy-in because, when we think about student organizations, the likelihood is, if you're lucky, you may have an officer in for 12 months. And that's if you're lucky. I mean, we have some organizations here, if it's even a semester. And again, so you're constantly rebuilding, but this is giving us that space to say, in the cases where it is working really well, as Katie said, we don't want to do things the way we always did them. But we really want to be able to have that understanding and awareness, because I know that's been helpful for me to now be able to sit down with groups on a very regular basis. I mean, at least 3-4 times a week, I'm having those conversations with student org saying, they're like, we don't know where to start. And I'm like, well, let's start from your history. Let's start from your foundation. Now we can move forward and look at ways to really ensure that also with partners, because they've also had such substantial turnover, we're having that conversation of mutuality and those introductory, moments. And so I think that's been helpful for us just to share.